Good morning and welcome to the second showing of the Rockin' Grandma web show. Thank you for joining us, thank you for being a part of this, and thank you for watching. Later on in the segment, I'm going to introduce to you a couple of friends. One is a past friend, and her name is Donna McCrae. And the second friend is a present friend that I've known for about a year. Her name is Karen Petticord, and they're going to share. We're going to share some stories from them on how we met and what they mean to me. And I thank God for the journey that He's got me on right now and the people that He's brought into my life. And for you, Facebook friends and fans, thank you as well. I'm thankful that God has put you in my life, and thank you for becoming a Facebook friend. And I hope that you'll enjoy the rest of this show, and we'll be back in just a few. Good morning and welcome to the Rockin' Grandma show. This is our second web show, and we're glad to be here this morning, and thank you for tuning in. This morning we're talking about how people in our past and present have touched our lives in some way that helps us in our life, that keeps us on our journey. And this morning I want to introduce you to a friend that I haven't seen for more than 30 years. Her name is Donna McCrae, and she's from here in Jessamine County. We used to go to church together at East Hickman Baptist Church. Good morning, Donna.
Good morning.
This is Miss Donna McCrae, and
Hi.
And she is just the sweetest person. Donna, it's been a long time since we've seen each other,
Yes.
but I feel like in my heart that it was like yesterday.
Yes.
Donna used to watch the nursery at East Hickman Baptist Church for when my daughters were small, and I was a new mother, and going to a new church can be difficult if you don't know anybody. But if you just let yourself go and give it to the Lord, He will take care of it, and He will see you through. And He did see me through with Donna. Donna just takes care of kids, and they love her. And Donna, are you still working with children?
No, I work at a cafe at another church.
Well, that's wonderful. See, she's still out there working for the Lord and touching people's lives. Are you working in a church?
Yeah, I go to Southland Christian Church.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's a beautiful church. And I just love what ministry that they are doing, for the Jessamine County and outreach into the world. I know, even though we don't go to church together anymore, we still have church in our heart, don't we?
Yes.
It's wonderful to have you here, Donna.
Thank you.
And how's your mother doing? Is she doing okay?
Yeah, she's doing just fine.
Well, tell her that I said hi.
Okay.
And that I love her.
Okay.
Okay, honey. And I just wanted to wave at her.
Hi, Mom.
Thank you so much, Donna, for being here. And thank you so much for everything that you do. Welcome back. Today's segment is on past friends, new friends, and how they touch your life. And today I have a dear friend that I've known for about a year, Karen Petticord. Karen,
Hi.
thank you for being here, and thank you for all that you mean to me. Karen and I go to church together at Edgewood Baptist Church here in Nicholasville, off of Main Street. We'd love to have you at our service, by the way. Anytime. Just wanted to say that when we first met, she was visiting our church and had been visiting our church, and I was asked to sing a song by our choir director, Bob Blankenship, and the song was a song that I had written. It was a song that I'd written about, it's a war song, and it was written for my dad. And little did I know that it touched my friend's life in a deeper way than I would ever understand. So Karen, you tell us about how that song touched your life.
We have to start back up a little bit here.
Let's back up. Yeah, we
Okay.
did. Okay.
On March 27th of 2005, my daddy passed away.
Okay.
Nobody in the family was told about it. On March 1st of 2010, we found out that we were going to be allowed to have a military memorial at Camp Nelson for my dad.
Right.
We had no remains. We had really nothing. Being as how I was the oldest child, I was the one in charge of setting everything up and all that. The military supplied us with a color guard, the flag, the 21-gun salute, but we had to have our own pastor. We had to have our own music, things like that. From March 1st to March 7th, I downloaded music like you would not believe off of the internet, trying to find just the right song. Couldn't find anything. I looked at hymns, I looked at pop music, I looked at country music. I couldn't find anything that fit for what we wanted.
Right.
Well, in the meantime, my husband and I had been going to Edgewood Baptist. My husband, several weeks before this happened, was ready to join the church. I don't know why, but I wasn't. I wasn't sure if that's where God wanted me. And I told my husband, if you're ready, you do it. When it's my time, I'll know. God will show me. It's my time. On the morning of Sunday, March the 7th, you got up to sing. And when you started singing this song, you looked at me. And it was like you never took your eyes off of me the whole time. And from the first 4 or 5 words of the song, all I could do was cry. Because this song described me and my dad. I don't know, one line of the song is, "Daddy, please wait for me." And I don't know how many times over the years I told my dad that.
Aww.
As he was going to the field, as he was going to Kuwait, as he was going to Vietnam, to these different places. I don't know how many times I said those exact words. Exact. When you got all done singing your song and you came down, my husband looked at me and he said, "So, did you get your sign?" At the end of the service, when Pastor Scholler called for the altar call, my husband said I sprinted down the aisle.
Amen.
And I spoke with you, and on March 27th, you did that song at my dad's memorial.
I sure did.
It's still my favorite song. It has been for over a year, and it will continue to be. And I can't hear that song without crying.
I know. And sometimes it's hard for me to sing it because I think of my dad and what he meant to me. And he and I used to sing together, and he'd always say, "Wait, here's this," you know, and I think of that, and I understand. But I appreciate the fact that it touched you enough to be part of our church. We love you, and we're so grateful and thankful for Karen and Rob and Robbie, and they mean so much to us. And but I remember I felt like when I wrote that song, I wanted to let you know, I didn't know why I was writing it at first, and I thought, well, this is a song that reminds me of Daddy. But deep down, there was something more. But God revealed it to me the day that you joined the church and the day that you talked to me about the song. He revealed it to me then. And I just want you to know that sometimes we don't always know, but if we keep our hearts focused, and you came to church that day.
Yeah.
You know, you didn't have to come, but you did, and you followed the Lord's will.
Mm-hmm.
And together, He revealed Himself through that song. But that was a beautiful memorial service that your dad had.
Thank you.
And I know he was smiling down on you and thinking, "Thank you, Karen."
Well, I guess now's as good a time as any. In July, we have to do it again.
Okay.
Because we found out that my dad's a Congressional Medal of Honor winner.
Well, I'll be
And
glad
where they
to.
have his stone placed in Camp Nelson, it has to be moved.
Oh,
He will be one of 2 Congressional Medal of Honor winners in Camp Nelson.
that is awesome.
So you want to sing it again?
Yeah, I will. I'll do it. I'll be there. I'll be there.
I love you.
I love you. Karen means so much to me, and I felt like I've known her more than a year. I feel like that she's a soul sister, and that I know that God put her in my life for a special reason. And she has also just survived chemotherapy and cancer treatments. She's been through so much, and the Lord has brought her through. And she looks wonderful today, and she's feeling better. Much better. And she's getting good reports. So that's awesome. God does, He heals us. He does, He heals us. And we thank the Lord for modern medicine and for the doctors and nurses. But most of all, we want to thank the Lord for our friends and for our servicemen. Thank you so much, soldiers. We love you, and we wouldn't be here today talking about this if you weren't out there fighting for our country. God bless you, and I hope that you will find peace and rest and be home soon.
Amen.
Thank you, Karen. I'll be there in July.
I'll let you know.
Okay, I love you. Welcome back. I just am so blessed to be here today talking to my friend Karen. And I forgot to mention earlier at the beginning of the show that actually her husband Rob reminded me, because I was so high that day on the Lord that sometimes you do forget, and I know I forget. But all morning I was home practicing a song, and that song kept coming up, and I kept saying, no, I'm going to sing something else. And when I got to church, it was almost like Satan was saying, don't sing that song, don't sing that song. But when I got to church, at the last minute, I was on stage. And I don't know, I looked at Karen, and it was like God said, sing that song. And so when God says, sing that song, I sing that song. So I started singing, Please Wait For Me, Daddy. And it was like it came out. And everybody was sort of surprised, I think, that I did sing that song. But Karen felt like that was a sign. It was a sign for her, too. And
in more ways than one.
Yeah. And when I could tell that it touched her, and I just kept praying in my heart for her, because I knew that the Lord had touched her, but I felt a strong connection with her that day, and I still do. But I just want you to know, Karen, that I feel like that my songwriting and my singing is it's a connection, and it's a gift from God. But it's also, I want to use my vocal instrument for the Lord. And I'm so glad that you were there to receive it.
Oh, so am I.
And I love you. And I'm so glad that you're with me. And we're going to celebrate soon. And we're going to have a big party for Karen. And it's coming up. And we're going to celebrate her victory over cancer. And so, thank you all for watching, and we'll be back in just a moment.